meeting up with stylist Denise Ho to rummage through a mountain of discarded clothes to find something for me to wear to the grand final and beyond.
And our designers' collections arrive in the city. First stop, this year's photo shoot for VOGUE Hong Kong. Although the finalists could not come to Hong Kong this year, their collections are here in force. Their arrival marks the countdown to the grand final runway show in just a few weeks' time.
But before hitting the runway, select pieces are photographed for a VOGUE Hong Kong editorial.
It's huge being featured in VOGUE Hong Kong. It's like my designs and my ideas can reach people from different cultures.
The inspiration for the shoot today is when digital meets physical. You'll see we are working with physical models, physical fashion, but interspersed with digital models and CGI fashion.
From keeping up with the trends on social media to the rise of the digital influencer and digital sampling, digitizing various areas of the industry has meant massive reductions in textile waste. For the Vogue shoot, the final images will combine one physical model and one digital model wearing the digital outfit each finalist was challenged to create.
So the digital outfit is a 3D render. We're working with a 3D company. We did like a technical drawing for the outfit, and then from there they create it into this like virtual 3D design.
This season's hair inspiration comes from retro futurism. This look is about mixing up glam rock with the Japanese kabuki elements. Conscious style is about using less to achieve more. This is our 5th year of partnership, and we look forward to showcasing the creativity of sustainable design talent.
It's not only like a human, but like in between a digital image and also like a human being. This is what we emphasize on today's makeup. So like we have to make a beautiful base for both models, but we also do shading and highlight to make it more three-dimensional.
I'm always keen on supporting young talents and supporting those who go against the grain, because I think that takes a great amount of courage and audacity.
This cocoon, which is the Oud Couture, it takes inspiration from the Last Judgment painting, where you see that Michelangelo has represented himself as a flayed skin. And the whole cocoon represents that you really have to introspect and slow down in life.
With each year that I work with Redress Awards, you think you've seen it all, but you really haven't. There's always something new and innovative.
The most difficult piece was trousers. It became quite a puzzle to find the right placement and orientation to make a garment. Lots of trial and error.
The jacket build itself is a garment where the customer builds a strong bond with. You are willing to pay more for it, and you are always looking forward to wear it in the winter. And it's something you keep like really for a long, long time. Therefore, I really like working on jackets in general. One of the things that inspired me were inflated packaging fillers, and then I transformed these shapes and abstracted it into my winter quilting for my garments. One of the biggest challenges was when I ran out of wadding. I needed to find a solution because I didn't want to buy anything new, and I found some old pillows which I then reused, and I just used the wadding out of it. I think maybe my work might stand out because I'm focusing on outerwear, but on the other hand, all of the designers have like a very unique style and unique techniques. I respect Pei-Wen's work as she's using geometric zero-waste patterns. This is something I have like a lot of respect for it because I know how difficult it is.
Zero-waste pattern design means that every part of the fabric is used to make the garment, with no waste left on the cutting room floor.
Though a challenging technique to master, it's one that finalist Pei-Wen aims to have fun with. Let's check out her collection, 10 Gram Club.
The reason why Tangram drives my inspiration is that it is a very common and simple looking toy with only 7 elements, but it can open endless possibilities to create different shapes. As many people regard zero waste pattern as puzzle, I began to think about if I can make this zero waste pattern blocks no longer be limited to only one design output, but have multiple solutions. And my designs and sample making process is done through 3D software, so there was no sample waste generated either. So actually I finished my entire collection with only 2 tools. One is this semi-circular cardboard, and the other one is my ruler. Yeah, and there is no waste left behind in my workplace. Welcome to Tangram Club.
My collection is made using zero waste patterning, post-consumer materials, and it's a gender-free collection. I love zero waste design. It really pushes you to have good design thinking. And I don't think I can go back to being a not zero waste designer because it's so satisfying.
The zero waste patterning it's just so challenging, but it's very rewarding. It's difficult because it has to be so precise. If I make a mistake, then I kind of have to start over again. So the time is definitely the biggest challenge. But I find it to be another point of inspiration. When I can't think of something, I go to how can I make a look without wasting any fabric, and I start from there. My collection is titled The Wall. I sort of think of what's on this side of the wall and what's on the other side of the wall. And it's that duality that inspires all of my designs. For example, I've combined a sweater, which is cozy and comfortable, with the silhouette of a trench coat, which is this serious look. And I think that's what makes a garment really interesting.
I'm personally non-binary, so I am very pro all clothes are for all people, and so that was something I really wanted to explore in my collection.
Isabella's gender-free collection called Everything Bad I Have Ever Done is inspired by late 60s and early 70s counterculture and uses textile waste sourced from within a 30-mile radius of their rural Michigan home.
Everything bad I've ever done really comes from feminism and what would society have been like if we didn't have all these gender constructs. Well, I'm really excited to see my designs be photographed on beautiful people. That is always so rewarding.
When you've got a big night out planned, it's easiest to buy something new without thinking about whether you'll wear it again. For the upcoming grand final, I wanted to make sure that I not only wear something that is pre-loved, but that it's a versatile piece that works for many wears to come. I meet up with celebrity stylist Denise Ho and head to the redress warehouse. This is where all the clothes from their take-back program come before getting sorted for reuse. My first thought, it's incredible what some people throw away. Oh, the Canadian in me is yes, there's a flannel.
Can I get a maybe pile too?
So this is trending this fall winter.
I feel sequins will always be trendy because it's around the festival season.
Exactly. Yes. My Christmas outfit sorted. Okay, I'm finding a lot of stuff, but not for the grand finale. That's cute.
It's pretty. Yeah, this is a good one.
Can you tell me about your sustainable journey?
I think around 8 years ago, I did a show for redress, tie-dye. And that's when I met Christina, and she introduced me to this world of sustainable fashion. I was the judge for the Redress Design Award 3 times.
Oh wow.
And I came on board as the creative director for the art collective.
Denise has witnessed the evolution of sustainable fashion over the years from both the industry and consumer side. Her passion these days is to encourage people to get comfortable restyling their clothes so that they can get more use out of them. So when looking for things that you could restyle, what type of stuff do you look for?
I would say timelessness, classical pieces with longevity quality to it.
So what sort of ways can people get creative with their own closet with items they already have?
Everything that I've learned about styling, I learned from sets. So there were times that, for example, I really need to find a purple skirt to go with the rest of the looks. But I don't have a purple skirt, so I would turn a top into a skirt, or a skirt into a top, things like that. Turn it upside down and try to play around with the buttons and change the shape and everything, trying to really manipulate them. Ooh, I see a shiny. Ooh.
Whoa.
Whoa. It's heavy, but it's beautiful.
This is really nice.
Yeah, I think it would go really nice with all the lighting on the runway.
Oh, true, true. All right, so I think we've got 4 good options. Do you think this is enough?
Yeah, I think so. I think we got something glamorous and at the same time it's very versatile to match with your stuff in the wardrobe.
Perfect, so I guess we're good to go.
Yeah.
Next time on Frontline Fashion, I strike a pose and head to VOGUE Hong Kong.
And our designers are put through their paces by the sustainable trailblazers of the global fashion industry.